Hi guys, welcome to Safi Mixed. In this video I will let you know how to find derivatives of expressions of functions in Mathematica. So that is quite easy. Mathematica uses D, capital D, as the command for finding derivative of expression, and if we want to find the derivative of an expression, we put the expression inside the argument of D. For example, here I want to find the derivative of sine of x, so I write the function in the first place in the argument of D, and then I put x with respect to which we want to find the derivative at the second position in the argument, like this. So sine of x is at the first position, and the parameter with respect to which we want to find the derivative is at the second position, and this whole thing is inside the argument of the command D. If I run this, it gives me the derivative is cos x, because we know the derivative of sine x is cos x. Now Mathematica uses the same command D for employing the for carrying chain rule. For example, if I add a constant to as a multiplication to the in the argument to the variable, and I write it like this, now Mathematica gives me a times cos ax, because cos ax is the derivative of sine of ax, and this a comes from the derivative of this argument, which is obtained by using chain rule. Now if I add a constant to the function to the argument in the form of this, where phi is treated as constant, and I find the derivative, if I run this, it gives me again the same thing as the derivative of sine of this whole thing, and then differentiating the argument by chain rule, this thing is constant, so it will be 0, and from this it will extract a, so that a is multiplied over here. However, if I make phi as a function of x, I put it like this, right? And now I run it. So by using chain rule, Mathematica will find the derivative of this argument, so it will extract a from here, and we'll put, since this is undefined function, therefore we'll put a prime on it. Let's see what happens. If I run it, I get this thing. Here a is obtained from the differentiation of the argument of this part by using the sum rule, and then differentiating this gives me phi prime of x. If I specify the nature of this function, let me call this cos, and if I run it, instead of this prime, it should give me the derivative of cos, which is minus sine. You see, here I get minus sine of x. It gives me the derivative of this for the first time is this thing, because now I have cos inside the argument of sine, and then differentiating the argument, this gives me a, and this thing gives me minus sine, which I get it like this. So this way you find the derivative of function in Mathematica. And then thanks for watching.